Welcome to the prenatal breastfeeding class. The topic that I'm going to talk about is it can be good for postnatal, so after you've had the baby. In fact, you might even wonder why I'm even bringing it up for a pregnant mom, but I recommend doing research and possibly buying a breast pump before you have the baby, just so that you don't have to rush out. You never know when you're going to have the baby. It could come early or come late. You don't have to rush out to find a pump because you need one, when your milk increases and things like that. So I wanted to do this video really specifically for you guys, but also specifically for for mom postnatally too, because it's important for both groups. But I'm going to put it under the prenatal class topic, basically, or video. So the topic is what is the best breast pump that I could buy? And there are so many pumps, so I'm just going to give you I'll give you some information on each type. Hopefully that will help you a little bit, in making the decision. And like I said, you got to do your research and review to see what works for you and for your baby and what your specific situation is and why you might want the pump. If you just want to pump for occasional pumping, typically you'll do that with just a manual hand pump. And hand expression, learning how to hand express as well. But for just occasional use when you're out or whatever, or you want to start storing some milk once a day, you can just use a very simple, I personally like Medela or Amida. I like Medela, but they have, WIC gives both Amida and Medela. I don't know. Everybody says it differently. So now I'm not being paid or I'm not giving you any reviews on it. That's just the two that I know about. I know how to work them. I know how to connect them. I know what they look like. I know how well they work. So I kind of know those two. Now I know there's a lot out there, and I'm just going to say you'll get what you pay for, because if you go out and you just want a cheap one, but then you need it for, long days away from the baby, I don't recommend getting something that you don't really know works for you. And do reviews, really, really check to make sure that people are saying it works that are in the same type of situation as you, which might be you're going to work and you need to pump while you're at work. So definitely, think about what you need it for. Occasional pumping, you just need a manual one, type, and then using hand expression. If you want it because you're going back to work, you're going to want a personal use, and you should never buy them used. Now, I know people do, or they'll get them from family members, but the reason we say it, you might be like, well, I have all new tubing and everything, so it's not like I'm getting, I'm going to get somebody else's bacteria or germs. It's not even just that. They're not making them for multiple use, multiple users. Hospital grade pumps are made for specifically multi-users, and they protect so that there isn't bacteria that will get into another mother. They have that safety on those hospital grade pumps because that's what they're using it for, multi-use. But personal use is just that. It's for you personally, not to give to somebody else, because typically they're not really going to last you longer than 3 years of pumping. So if you have 2 children, you would probably be able to pump with that same pump. But then if you had a third, you probably would need another pump, depending on how much you pumped with it, because it starts to lose its suction power. It just begins to not work as good and get as much milk out. So you want a double breasted pump, I don't know if I'm saying it right. So that you can do both breasts at the same time. You want it electronic, you plug it in, you put it there, you're ready. that's for going back to work. And that can be part-time or full-time. That's what I would recommend. Unless part-time is really, really part-time, you could get away with a hand pump and that's fine. I can't even express how much better it is than buying any pump at all and just hand expressing. But I know that some people are like, there's no way I'm going to do that, or that I have the patience for that. So, pumping with a good pump. Now, you want a hospital grade pump if you're separated from your baby due to illness, the baby's premature and in the NICU or in the hospital and you're not there. You want a hospital grade because you're going to need to be pumping literally every 2 hours, every hour and a half to every 2 hours to make sure your milk keeps up with your baby, to keep that supply going. And they're just stronger. They're more powerful. You typically would not buy one of those. You would loan one. I know WIC will loan for free if you fall under their categories of like, I think the highest category is like a baby being premature, and then like it goes down. And even a mom who just wants to build milk supply, they will loan it if there's no other mom that is in the higher risk ones. So definitely, and hospitals usually loan them. And I do know another thing, a lot of insurance companies are paying for pumps, especially if you have a baby in the NICU or you are separated from the baby because of sickness. Usually the insurance will cover that. I don't know that they cover it if you just go back to work, but usually if there's something wrong with the baby, like they're not latching and the doctor, basically has to have a prescription and write that the mom needs to be able to pump. You're not going to purchase a hospital grade because a hospital grade is truly, truly expensive. So that's when you would want to use a personal use pump. And that will still work fine. But if like for instance, my daughter was born 8 days early. She was born 6 weeks early, but she was in the hospital for 8 days. I needed a really good pump. Hold on. Thought I heard something. Kind of creepy. So now I lost my train of thought. Oh, so hospital grade pumps are just better. When my daughter was in the hospital, I needed to pump like every hour and a half, every 2 hours. I needed something that was really efficient, fast. And I needed to be able to like take my milk up to the nursery and have enough. So, I recommend that if that is your reason. So those are the different pumps I would recommend. So if it's just occasional, you would just want a hand manual pump. If it's for working, you want a personal use pump, which Medela and Amita are the ones I know of. My personal favorite, again, is the Medela. Nice bag. Everything is perfectly in there. Nobody will even know. You don't have to have a refrigerator to put your milk in because you could put it in ice pack and they give you all that. You don't have to do any of it. Amita does too. But I just preferred the Medela. I don't know why. I guess it's just because what I've always used. The Amitas, I don't know. I don't know. So, but definitely they're both good. So you can be, sure that no matter which one you get, it's going to work for you. And I know they have some pumps out there that you can make payments on, buy it, make payments on. I think it's Bailey Medical Supplies or something. I think they have one. I'm not sure if Medela or Amita offer that type of assistance, but it's something you can look into. I will have pictures to show you what they look like, sort of. I mean, I don't have the actual pump itself to show you, but I will go online and kind of give you an idea of what each one looks like. And I think that's it. When pumping, what I'm going to say, and I'm going to put link up here, is to go check out my working and breastfeeding videos, because I talk about pumping and tips on helping you get more milk out. I might need to do a video on pumping when my baby's in the hospital, just to kind of give you some tips. So I think I might do that one now, because this is the best time that I can really talk before I have to leave. So I hope that helps you guys. Put a like if you like the video and you want more of this subject. Please take the moment to subscribe, continue watching. I am so glad you guys are out there, and I really, really hope that I can help at least one person. I know I don't have like a ton of views or a ton of subscribers, but for me, it's more about you guys than it is how many people I have. I'm not doing it to get paid. I'm doing it because I'm certified and I want to use it. Although I can't go out and work because I cannot fulfill a contract of hours because I never know how I'm going to feel on a day-to-day basis. So this is my way of like keeping it up. I take classes consistently. I'm doing one right now where it talks about different subjects that as they are learning more things, they're sharing it with us, and then we can, share that with you guys. So please take a moment to subscribe, continue watching, and check out some of my other videos as well. It might touch on some of your interests. And I hope you guys all have a great week. Bye.